Hello dear students, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to learn about division. You must have already heard of the term division and also solved some problems related to it. So let us first recap what we understand by division. For starters, let us understand it by an example. You must have come across a situation where you had to share your candy or sweets with others. Let's say we have 10 cookies and we want to share them among 3 friends. How do you do so? You divide it. Let's see how, and we will also learn about few terms. Dividend. The dividend is what we start with. In this case, the total number of cookies we have. So our dividend is 10 cookies. Divisor. The divisor is the number we are dividing by. In this case, we are dividing the cookies among 3 friends. So our divisor is 3. Quotient. The quotient is the result of dividing the dividend by the divisor. It tells us how many items each group will get. So in our example, the quotient would be how many cookies each friend gets. When we divide 10 cookies by 3 friends, each friend gets 3 cookies with 1 left over. Remainder. The remainder is what's left over after we've divided as evenly as possible. In our example, after giving each friend 3 cookies, we have 1 cookie left. This is the remainder. So this is how we can divide two numbers. But a question arises in the mind. How do we ensure that we did correct division? There is a simple formula to check our answer. Divisor into quotient plus remainder equals dividend. So in the previous question, 3 into 3 plus 1 is equal to 10. Hence, we can easily check our answer. Let us see some properties of division. When a number is divided by itself, the quotient we get is 1. We can see here that quotient becomes 1. When a number is divided by 1, the quotient becomes the number itself. When 0 is divided by any number, the answer is always 0. This is because we cannot divide 0 into parts. We cannot divide a number by 0. Always remember these facts as these help in solving many problems. Let us solve some problems. We will start by dividing a 2-digit number by 1-digit number. So, 98 divided by 8. First, write divisor and dividend in appropriate positions. Start by looking at the first number in the dividend. Find the number in the table of 8 less than or equal to 9. 8 into 1 is 8. 8 into 2 is 16. 8 into 3 is 24. So 1 is the required number. Write 8 below 9. Subtract the number you got by multiplying the divisor from the number in the dividend. 9 minus 8 equals 1. Bring down the next digit from the number in the dividend. Since this number is greater than divisor, repeat the same process again. 8 into 1 equals 8. 8 into 2 equals 16. 8 into 3 equals 24. So use 2. Then subtract. We get 2. Since 2 is smaller than our divisor and we do not have extra digit to bring down, 2 is left as remainder. Our quotient becomes 12. Let us try again. This time, divide the 3-digit number, so 826 divided by 3. First, write divisor and dividend in appropriate positions. Start by looking at the first number in the dividend. Find the number in the table of 3 less than or equal to 8. 3 into 1 is 3. 3 into 2 is 6. 3 into 3 is 9. So 2 is the required number. 3 into 2 is 6. So write 6 below 8. Subtract the number you got by multiplying the divisor from the number in the dividend. 8 minus 6 equals 2. Bring down the next digit from the number in the dividend. Repeat the same process again. 3 into 1 equals 3. 3 into 2 equals 6. 3 into 3 equals 9. 3 into 4 equals 12. 3 into 5 equals 15. 3 into 6 equals 18. 3 into 7 equals 21. And 3 into 8 equals 24. So use 7. Then subtract. We get 1 left. Now bring down the next digit. Repeat the same process. Use 5. Upon subtracting, we get 1 as remainder. Our quotient becomes 275. Now let us try to divide a 3-digit number by a 2-digit one. 3746 by 16. We will follow the same steps in the start. This time, start by looking for the first two numbers in the dividend. Since it is greater than divisor, we will look for a multiple of 16 which is just less than 37. 16 into 1 equals 16. 16 into 2 equals 32. 16 into 3 equals 48. So use 2 and subtract 32 from 37. We get 5. Since 5 is less than divisor, we bring down 4. Now repeat the steps. We have 16 into 3 equals 48. And 16 into 4 equals 64. So 54 minus 48 is 6. Bring down 6. We have 66. Since 16 into 4 is 64, we subtract it from 66. 2 is left. Bring down 0. We subtract 16 from 20. We have 4 left. Since 4 is less than our divisor and we do not have any digit left from the dividend, 4 is our remainder. So quotient is 2341. Remainder is 4. We can also check our answer. 2341 into 16 plus 4 equals 37,460. We hope that you have understood the concept of division. Now here's a secret on how you can study effectively with the EduRev app. You can learn with chapter notes, watch video lectures, and solve NCERT-based MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev. And that's not all. You also get amazing courses for Class 4 and much more for your Class 4 preparation. Thank you.